In this video, I will be discussing about the data types in Python. First, we will see what variables are. Variables are named memory locations for storing data values. In Python, there is no statement or command for declaring a variable. In most of the programming languages, we use a declaration statement where the variables are declared with the data type. So, any variable before using in the program must be declared in those cases. But in Python it is not so. A variable is created the moment you assign a value to it. The rules for naming a variable are same as that of the identifiers. The variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. It cannot start with a number. A variable name can contain only alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric here means alphabets and numbers, and underscores are allowed. In alphabets, both uppercase and lowercase can be used. In numbers 0 to 9 can be used, and in special characters only underscores are allowed. No spaces are allowed. Variable names are case sensitive. For example, age, all letters in small, and capital A, small g, small e is different from this age, and capital A, capital G, capital E is different from this. All these three are treated differently, and some of the examples for variables are X, Y, age, car name, total, underscore, volume. Next we will see how to initialize a variable. The general syntax for this is variable equal to expression, where variable is the name of the variable and equal to is the assignment operator, and expression here is it can be a value or text or any arithmetic expression. Value here means v equal to 5. 5 is the value there. Okay. Text means you can give within double quotes any text, hello. So that is a text, or you can also give as expression a variable name, another variable name, or it can be a arithmetic expression, that is if you give 3 plus 4, v is equal to 3 plus 4, that is arithmetic expression, or v is equal to a plus b, that is another example for using arithmetic expression. These are the examples of how to initialize a variable. Here I have defined two variables, age and name. Age is a number variable, since it is a number variable because it has been assigned the number 19. So name is a string variable because it has been assigned a name, that is Alex is given within double quote, so it is a string variable, and this the values of this variables can be displayed using this method, that is at a prompt you can give just age to display the output 90. For name, displaying the name we have stored in name variable, you can just type name and that will display the output as Alex. This is an example of how to assign one variable value into another, and that is done using two statements, that is name 1 is equal to Alex. Alex is stored in name 1, and this name 1 is stored into name 2. So indirectly this will assign Alex into name 2. When you display the output name 2, it will display it as Alex. Next is about the standard data types in Python. Variables can store data of different types, and Python has 7 basic data types: numeric, string, list, tuple, dictionary, boolean and set. First we will see about the numeric data types. It is again broadly divided into three. One is integers. Integers can be either positive or negative. It is of unlimited length. Then the example for this is num1 is equal to 4, which is a integer number. Next is real numbers. Real numbers, otherwise called fractional numbers or floating point numbers. They contain a decimal or fractional part. It can also be a scientific number with an E. For mentioning the scientific numbers, you have to use E in it. E indicates the power of 10 here. Example is given for both cases. First case is num2 is equal to 4.5, which is a simple floating point number, and the second case x equal to 35e3, which is a scientific number, and the output will be displayed as 35,000.0. Since after 35 I have used letter E, which is followed by 3, and E here represents power of 10. So 10 to the power 3 is 1000, so that is 35,000.0. 0.0 is displayed since it is a real number. Next category of numeric data type is complex numbers. Complex numbers are written with a j as the imaginary part, and example is shown here. Y is equal to 3j, which will display the output as 3j. J indicates the imaginary part. The second data type is string. String means a sequence of alphabets, numbers and special characters. They are represented using either single or double quotes, and the first character of the string is accessed using index 0. So in this case, in the example, name is assigned the value Santa, and in this S as the index 0 and A as 1, N 2, T 3 and A 4. And while referring to this letters, if you have to refer each of these letters, you have to access it like this, name of 0, which will display the output as S. If I give you here name of 4, which will be the letter displayed, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So name of 4 will display the output as A. The third data type is list, which is a collection that is ordered and changeable, and it allows duplicate values and it allows different types of items. In the list you can have integers. A single list can have an integer data type also, string data type also, and a floating point data type also. Different types of items are allowed here, and duplicates are also, duplicate values are also allowed, and the list items are given within square brackets, and each item is separated using a comma. You can access the list items by referring to the index number. The first item in the list has the index 0, and you can also specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start and where to end the range. We will see examples for this. Negative indexing is beginning from the end. -1 indicates the last item in the list, and -2 indicates the second last item in the list. You can also change the value of a specific item. That can be done using index number. We will see examples for all this. That is, in the first example, I am creating a list here. That is done using, this is the list name, fruits, equal to, the list items should be specified within square brackets. So within square brackets, I have mentioned here 4 items. Item 1 is apple, 2 is orange, 3 banana and grapes. And each item is separated using a comma. Since these are all of string type, I have included them within single quotes. And each of the item in the list can be accessed using the index number. And the first item has the index 0, second item has the index 1. Here, in order to refer to the first item in the list, I have used here fruits of 0, which will display the result as apple. And also the list can be used to display a range of items in the list, or simply referred as sublist. So, in order to create a sublist, you can use it like this: fruits of 1 is 2, colon is used 3. This is the starting index, this is the ending index. Ending index is not included in the list. The item representing the ending index is not included in the list. For example, here 1 is to 3 is used, and the new list is created with the item which represents the index 1. That is, item that represents index 1 is orange. Next index is 1 to 3 we have to include in the list. So, second item is, second index is 2, which is banana. Okay. And the last index is 3, which is not included in the list. So, note this point: item with start index is included, but not the last index. So, grapes is excluded from the list. Only orange and banana are included. And the next example is negative indexing example. Here we have mentioned fruits within square brackets -1, which indicates the list is to be accessed from the end, and -1 indicates the last item. The last item here is grapes. So, fruits of -1 will display the last item, grapes. This is the last example, is an example for changing the value or changing an item in the list. Here we are going to replace the orange in the created list with strawberry. So, instead of orange, we are going to include strawberry in the list. In order to do that, you have to use the index number again. We have to specify the index number of the item that is to be replaced. So, orange has the index number 1. So, here fruits within square brackets give 1 equal to the new value. So, that will replace orange with strawberry. So, the new list that is created as items: apple, strawberry, banana and grapes. You try this examples also. Each one gives a different result. That is, here the range, while specifying the range, the first index is not specified. That is, we start with a colon and end index. So, in such cases, the start index will be from the 0, index 0. So, in this example, if you give fruits of square bracket colon 2, the list will be created as apple and orange. Since the start index is not mentioned here, it will be assumed as 0. So, index 0 here is apple, and the next index is 1, orange. 2 is the last index given here. Since last index is not included for creating a sublist, we omit that. Okay. Next example is fruits of -3 to -1. which item in the list is minus 3 here? This is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3. So the list will be created as orange and banana. And the last item is not included, so grapes is excluded from the list, and the new list created will be orange and banana. In the third example, fruits of 2 colon, since here end index is excluded, it here means the last index in the list, the last index is, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, and the last index always is excluded from the list, so the item displayed will be, this is 0, 1, 2, 2 is banana, only 2 will, that is banana will be included in the list. Hope that is clear. The fourth data type is tuple data type, which is also a collection that is ordered but not changeable. It is also referred as immutable. Tuples are written with the round brackets. In list we had square brackets. The only difference between tuple and list is this 2, that is list is changeable, whereas tuples are unchangeable, and in list we use square brackets, in tuples we use round brackets. The remaining are the same. You can access the tuple items by referring to the index number specified within square brackets. You also can use here negative indexing, which means beginning from the end. Minus 1 refers to the last item. And you can also specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start and where to end the range. Once a tuple is created, you cannot change its value. If it is necessary to change its value, you can do that by converting the tuple into a list and then change the list by using the index number, and then convert the list back into a tuple. These are the examples for tuple. First we are creating a tuple as in the case of list. The only difference is instead of square brackets we have here, we have here round brackets. That is the only difference. The items are separated using commas, and since these are all strings, we have included them within single quotes. And each item in the list is referred using index numbers. Here fruits of 0 represents the apple. The index numbers are, first item has the index number 0, second item has 1, third item the index number is 2, and fourth item has the index number 3. And this is an example for negative indexing, fruits of minus 1, which is displaying the list from the end. Minus 1 indicates the last item in the list. The last item in the list is grapes, so that is displayed. And next is the range. Fruits of 1 is to, that is 1 colon 3. 1 is the starting index, 3 is the last index. While displaying the list, the last index item representing the last index is not displayed. So the list will be displaying the items representing indexes 1 and 2, that is here orange and banana. Next is about the dictionary. Dictionary is again another data type that is supported in Python. It is a collection that is unordered but changeable and indexed. They are written within curly brackets and they have keys and values. Instead of indexes, here we use keys, and we can access the items of a dictionary by referring to its key name inside square brackets. So instead of index here, will be using only the key. You can change the value of a specific item also by using the key here. Examples are, this is an example of dictionary I have here. This is the value that is stored. Python programming is the value and the key used is title. Author is the key and the value stored is Balagurusamy is the value stored here. Published is the key and 2019 is the value stored in it. So, title, author and published are the keys used here, which are used to refer to the values in the dictionary, and the dictionary name is books. And this dictionary is the items in the dictionary are separated by commas and they are mentioned using curly brackets. This is what is called curly brackets. In order to refer to a item in the dictionary, you need to use the key. The key here is, one of the key is title. Title, here I have mentioned it with the within double quotes. You can also use single quotes, and same you can do here also. Key can be given within single or double quotes. So, books within square brackets, the keys have to be mentioned within square brackets. Within square brackets, within single quotes, title will display the value as Python programming. Okay. And here the key and value is separated using a colon. Okay. Next data type is the Boolean data type. It represents one of two values, that is true or false. In Python, this can be the expression can be evaluated to get one of the two answers, true or false. That is, T should be in capital and in false F should be in capital. Examples is X equal to true, and if you type just X at the prompt, it will display the value as true. And the last data type is the set data type, and it is a collection again, but it is unordered and unindexed, and sets are written with curly brackets as in the case of dictionaries. Since they are unordered, the items has no index here. Okay, various methods are used to access the items in the set, which will be seeing in the later videos. Thank you. We will see how to do the some of the examples in the environment, interactive environment. The idle 3, I type at the terminal prompt idle 3 because the version of Python I am using is 3. We have to type here idle 3. That will open up the shell, that is the interactive environment. Here I will type some of the examples. First we will do an example for list. Fruits equal to list has to be created using square brackets. So, I am here using the square bracket, and within square brackets I specify the items separated by comma, as I said before, and okay, I am creating here a list named list 1, and I am going to use different types of items in this list, since list allows different types of items. So first I am going to use a number, and second it's a name, third let it be a floating point number, and so on. The list is created. Sorry, I forgot to give the double quotes, so it is showing it as an error. Double quotes should be closed, and then square brackets, and then give enter. So the list is created now, and in order to see the created list, you can just type in the list name, which is list 1. So that displays the created list. Now in order to refer to the or access a particular item in the list, we have to do it using the index numbers. In order to access Alex, I have to mention the list name, following it within square brackets give the index number of Alex. So the Alex has the index number as 1, since here this is first item 1 as the index 0, second item as the index 1. So if I give list 1 of 1 will display Alex, and in order to create a sublist, if I do like this, start index is not mentioned here, so it will take from 0, the start index as 0. So the item representing start index is 1, and second is 1, second index is 1. So Alex is displayed. The last index is 2. While mentioning the range, I have mentioned in the slide while explaining the slides. The last item is excluded from the sublist. So the item representing index 2 is not included in the list sublist. We will see an example for negative indexing. -3 to -1. It will display -3 is the start index and -1 is the last index. So the item representing -1 will not be displayed while displaying the output. So the items that will be displayed is, this is -1, apple is the -1, -2 is 3.5, -3 is Alex. So the items displayed will be Alex and 3.5. That's it. Same is in the case of tuple also. The only difference is in the case of tuple, you should use round brackets. A tuple is created. In order to refer to the items, this is similar to that of tuple of 0 will display A. Tuple of -1 will display the last item, which is C. and we'll do one more example, that is for dictionary, before ending the class. DICT equal, I will take same example we have done in the slides. Books equal to, while using dictionaries, while creating dictionaries, we have to use curly brackets, and then we'll use the title, that is the key here, title is the key here, and the value is C programming author key has to be closed also, and then colon separator, and then the value is Balagurusamy. And the dictionary. Okay, a dictionary is created. In order to refer to the items in the dictionary, we have to use the key name. Key names here are author and title. I will use both and show you. Books of, within double quotes or single quotes you can give. The key should be, it is case sensitive, so how you give the title here should be used here also, otherwise it will show it as an error. That displays C program. If I give author, I am going to type it wrongly in order to show you how it displays the error. Since author here is given in small letters, I have used here capital letter, it is showing it as an key error. So it is case sensitive, so type it properly, that is author should be small letters. Okay, that's it. Thank you.